I just don't see the fucking point.
The light fades away at the end of the day.
As I said, the offer stands. Just think about it, okay?
I will. Take care. Okay, just leave me alone. Damn bullies.
Oh,
Me, stew, roast pork. Anyone? Hey, you came. Come on, take a seat.
herbal essence for my hair.
So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard. Good luck with that. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nerem. Shoot. Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women. Yeah, you don't. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of ENDERAL, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter. Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think? Well, what good is a frown anyway? What matters are results, not attitudes or intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else. I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like. So yes, maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy. Yeah, seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better. Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time. Oh, Blazes, you make it sound so dramatic. Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish. But yeah, basically that's it. Really? I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that. But I guess life is full of surprises. Anyway, I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk, but the ship to Quillet leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it. Keep your chin up.
Work, work, work.
Where did I put that?
Oh, just where did I put it?
Oh, yes. Of course you'd say that.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you? Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you? Only if you know what to look for. I'm one myself, so I do. Balhazel, pleased to make your acquaintance. Tell me, if you're new in this city, are you perchance also looking for work? Excuse me, what was I saying? I'm looking for a hand.
I put that.
Well, neither do you. But to answer your question, I'm Orizaline, but third generation Orizaline, so it doesn't show that much anymore. Apart from my name and my skin, there's little left of my roots, I'm afraid. Anyway, so what did you say? Interested in some well-paid, honest work? It's simple. I want you to find something for me. You know, I'm a healer, just like my father was, and my grandfather before that. When he came to this country, he did so because he had been hired by an Arca noblewoman, a bright lady who valued science and the arts of healing. In any case, my grandfather spent a large portion of life working for this lady in an old, abandoned fort near the now deserted village of Fogville. Together with a good dozen other apothecary, he planned for my father to succeed him. But before he had the chance to, the mushroom plague occurred.
Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Yes, that one. The spores of those mushrooms have literally sucked all the life from the forest and its surroundings. Plus, they are a threat to everyone who comes close.
Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive?
It does seem likely, doesn't it? Both my father and I have asked my grandfather this question too, but he has always denied it. The plague was a magical phenomenon. However, I've made some troubling discoveries which have led me to doubt that. I believe the plague might have been fabricated. Well, this is exactly what I want you to find out. Unfortunately, the noblewoman who my grandfather worked for has long been dead, and she was the last in their bloodline, so I couldn't find any answers there. But the old fortress where they worked still stands. Isn't that obvious? Because I want to understand. You know, we Arzelines believe in the debt of blood. If my grandfather committed a crime, it is my responsibility to atone for it. Plus, I believe that if there was a way to, well, to cure that plague, it is hidden within that fortress. Whatever harm the mushrooms can do, they can also reverse it. My father never cared much about all this, but I'm different. If there's one thing I want to achieve in my life, then it's clarity. Look at me, you'll have the answer. I'm old and far from made for the road to begin with. Furthermore, all those undead who've been roaming the wilderness since that red madness began don't exactly make the idea more inviting. But don't worry, if you succeed, I'll make it worth your while.
Yes, of course you'd say that.
Reports, scrolls, samples of their work, anything that could be of relevance. Just look around. Do you have a map? Here, the fortress should be in this area. Best you take Myra to Fogville. In the village harbour, there was a hut where my grandfather lived when he was off duty. Chances are you'll find a key to the fortress there. Good luck, and thank you. If you have found the material, you can find me in the Undercity, near the old waterworks. My laboratory is there.
Now, a good pipe of peace weed. Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive?
Hello, handsome.
Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Work, work, work.
Huh?
Oh, yes, of course you'd say that.
Light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum. Good pipe of peace weed. Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive?
Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Work, work, work.
Put that.
Yes, you should go into the Whisperwood and see what you can find in the old fortress. I'll wait for you in the Undercity, in my laboratory.
Malfash's blessings. A little bit of this and that. Why not take a look? May your path always be even.
Okay, just leave me alone. In my bed. Sorry.
My sir?
Well,
Walk blessed.
comes a point, and you just have to live with it.
Hungry for arguments?
If it's climb
Hungry?
you see,
I've got just what a weary traveler
good long
needs.
feet.
Huh?
Yes?
Hear me! Right into the pits! Damn those masked fools. Yes. Ah, look at those cheeks! So nice and rosy. They won't be like that much longer. You can count on it. Oh, there's a fresh face. Did they also throw you down here? Huh? You're in for a ride.
fabulous, Meister? Please? Oh, thank you. You truly are a good person.
You're a fighter, aren't you? You should pay the Dust Pit a visit. Just recently I saw them send the beast against 10 freshlings. What a massacre.
Foreigners.
You picked a good time to come down here. Apparently the Relata's leader, the father, just disappeared, alongside half of his lambs.
What? What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave. Please.
You're right. As if he actually mean that.
Oh well.
Potatoes, garlic, radish.
Bloody flesh muggins.
They
Why is that stuff so expensive?
What? Well, yeah, that's what I'd call myself. Even though I'd wager those fine Meisters and dames of the sickle would disagree. Let me put it this way. If you're looking for equipment, I'm sure I'll have a thing or two which might pique your interest. And I'm not averse to a good find of yours. Borrowed items? I'm not sure what you mean.
From malice evil to the bone. One man took the fight. He sacrificed his life.
As you like.
For his people and the righteous path. Go and find the crimson star. It leads you to a land of far. Keep your path, endure the plight, and one day
Safe travels.
in the light. In deepest blackest night, the guard called out. Their shouts of joy resounded clear and loud.
What?
Wonderful and bright, from high up in the sky, a light shone down on another world.
Oh, does he now? Good old Milburn and his silver tongue. Now he has found himself a lackey to do his dirty work for him. Let's make this short. I'll keep the key. No idea what he told you, but it wasn't the truth. Because if it were, you sure as fuck wouldn't be here. Milbert. I'm sure he told you about the raid on our village, didn't he? Well, there's one thing he didn't tell you.
Son, child.
After those fuckers killed our parents and tried to break into our house, he left me behind. Took all the valuables he could carry, and just ran away. If I hadn't managed to flee, he wouldn't have shed a fucking tear for me. But since fate was so kind to me, things turned out differently. I made it out alive and walked all the way to Ark, where I thought he was. So, you'd think he was glad to see me when I found him in these tunnels, wouldn't you? Well, you're wrong. He let me sleep in the room he paid for from our parents' money, but made me feel as if it was a privilege. And guess what? That hasn't changed until today. Yes, he pays for my room in the barracks, but that's about it. Yes, but... Huh. As much as I hate to say it, you might have a point there. But it's just... Oh, fuck it. Alright then. I hid the key in one of the barrels close to the entrance to the pit. But it's not like there's much money left anyway. Just... do whatever is necessary. I don't care.
As mistress of the castaway, she was worshipped and revered. Vintage wine and silken clothes, jewelry and song of gods, any loot and contraband were passing through her hands. Bribe, deceit and robbery, no means to vile or fall for her. The crime she mastered like no one ever had. Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity. When the night closed in, she stayed sleepless until dawn. Many bees, they visited her chamber. Anyone who crafts and knew no shame could join her feast. Her heart was empty.
Foreigners.
Oh shit. I have to remember that.
Woman thinks she's Vatira incarnate.
What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Well then.
A sunchild, huh? Word of advice. Don't go sauntering about dark alleys down here, and watch your pockets. That's a nice dress you're wearing there, sunchild. I'd be careful. Some people down here would kill for something like that.
All right, sunchild. You stop right there. Hand over your money, and we might let you live. Play the hero and, well, you fill in the blanks. Did I ask you to talk? Give us your fucking purse, or we'll make you. What the?
Do you know what this is? A knife. And trust me, you don't want to see it up close.
You heard my friend, so shut up and pay. You want to get out of this alive. You think you're tough? Huh? Alright then. Let's do this the hard way.
Tips. Just be wary if you're outside city walls. I guess you noticed as much already, but this country has seen better days. Farewell.
Had to play the hero, didn't you? Move along.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
Please,
Move
Leave
along.
me be.
A real pretty thing you are. Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
Blazes down. This is ridiculous.
It's called love, Thalia.
That bloody wench thinks she's Vata incarnate.
Oh, let the flesh maggots have you.
Soon. May your path always be even, my dame.
What? I don't see how that concerns you. Don't you have some theatre play to attend to, Sunchild? Help me? Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves of God's tongue to go with it. I don't know. I'm sorry. You seem like an upright kind of fellow, but I can tell you're from the surface, and I'm just having a hard time believing a Sunchild actually cares about my problems. You're really nosy, you know that. But fine, what bad can it do? That son of a Virtue over there, Cabal Thorwall, he's the only merchant in the Undercity who still has Vinroot in his stocks. But since he knows that, he sells it for a price that would have upper city snobs running away screaming. Well, and if the apothecary in the pest house doesn't get new root soon, the infected they treat there will start dying like flies within a day. Sure, by day, and by night I work as the Grandmaster's personal Kalian dancer. Jokes aside, nah, I'm just an errand girl. But down here, having paid work is already something to feel blessed for. They good, and they do, aye. But that's by far not enough. Especially since the cloister of the League up north has been snowed in for moons now. And as noble as their intentions are, they only have so much coin without their League backing them up. You're no alchemist, are you? Aye, red vine root is the only thing that can help get those flesh maggots out of an infected body. I repeat, can. Even with a proper treatment, most people don't make it through. Of course he does. But he sees an opportunity to get rich quick, and so he uses it. He's always been like that. Maybe you kid, aye? I guess it'll be worth a shot. We need at least 10 sheaves so that the apothecary can make use of them. And I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't expect to get anything in return for your help. Huh? Well, fine then. Good luck.
Is it important?
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
Oh, by the name of the sun. Won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays. It does actually, yes. But it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too. And that 300 per sheath is already a fair price. Go on, ask those upper city merchants. You're lucky if they sell it below 500. Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out your pocket.
Huh? Huh?
Just where did I put it? Is it important?
Huh?
A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together.
We're watching you see her. Always.
but I just don't have that much. What the blazes do you expect me to do? Please, my dame, you need to understand.
And you need to understand that we're just the messengers. A debt that you don't pay is a debt we can't pay to the Father. And the last thing we want to do is disappoint the Father. Or do we, Roban?
We don't.
500 pennies until next week. After that, we will make sure this corpse pit finally lives up to its name. Understood?
Yes, my dame. Of course.
Glad to hear that. You'll hear from us.
What the? You? Listen, for your own good, I advise you to just turn around. This is nothing you want to get involved in. It really isn't. No. I was simply naive, and now I have to live with the consequences. About 2 years ago, my son died. He drowned in the canals. That whole thing, I couldn't handle it. Business went to shit, and so did I. And when I was finally able to think straight again, I looked for help. Yes, I suppose you can figure out the rest. Yes, what other choice do I have? As pathetic as it sounds, right now the apothecary and their infected are the only reliable source of income I have, especially with that whole red madness thing going on the surface. If you can say that, you don't know who we're talking about. I hope you're not being serious, as if those redcoats would risk getting their shiny armor dirty. Yes, I know, but 10 pennies less and I can't pay back the next rate. It doesn't matter what I do, it's the wrong thing. Good question. What now? You're giving me the money? Just like that? Why? By the righteous path, I will not forget this. Thank you, really.
Do you want to cock at me? Just leave.
Huh?
Please.
You did? This is good. This is really good. Now let us hope he doesn't lower it to 99 pennies per sheaf. Thank you, Sunchild. You saved a lot of lives today. Huh?
Move along. Observe. Don't feel.
Relata Shara. You know why we're here.
The shadow tax is due. My sir, I'm sorry, but the past moons haven't been kind to us, and...
Do you want protection?
Yes, of course, my sir. We want protection.
Then pay. We're keeping our end of the bargain. Now it's your turn.
As if I had a bloody choice.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
Of course. Forgive me for my insolence, my sir. You'll have the money by tomorrow.
See? It can be so simple.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out your pocket.
Some people just don't know their path.
Move along. So many fights, so little money.
Come to bets. Talk to Rasha.
Obvious, my son, please. Oh, thank you. You truly are a good person.
Keep
Waste my
walking.
money on the Eterna. Well, you live and learn. From the upper city, huh? You got guts walking around with all that stuff down here.
Yes? Grandma Rasha's home for lost kittens. Honestly, if you need to ask, then you sure as fuck don't belong here. Go back to your bathing houses and galleries, sunchild. Ooh, how eloquent. You're from the surface, aren't you? No, don't say anything, I can tell. No cave dweller gets that much sun on his pretty face. So, you want to fight, huh? Oh, you're the sneaky type, aren't you? That look in your eyes. The constant twitching in your fingers. I can tell. Fine. Why not? I don't care about style, as long as you can fight. You do know that we're not doing tumbles down here, right? If you fight well, you can make a lot of money fighting here. But if you don't, well, you can imagine. Usually, yeah. Sometimes the loser pleads for mercy, but the crowd doesn't like it. Well, for what it's worth, I don't particularly enjoy seeing some baby-faced boy have his head taken from his shoulders either. But these are the rules. And if the stakes weren't as high, everybody would join the party in hopes for treasure. And frankly, for some people, the pit offers a chance at something they wouldn't find elsewhere. The chance for a better life. But I don't think you, as a sun child, would understand. Oh sure, sometimes they even come down here and read us quotes from the verses. Jokes aside, I couldn't care less about what the Order does or doesn't know. Down here, the rules are different. Huh, alright. First of all, you'll need to sign this, though. If you can read and write, sign with your name. If not, with a cross. Thank you. Then we can start right away. And, one more thing. I always found this a bit silly, but the crowd always wants a name they can shout to the ring when you're bashing someone's head in. You know, the fighter, the butcher, stuff like that. So, what do you want? Yeah, that might work. I like it. Fair enough. If you want, you can dive right into the ring. There'll be a pack fight in a couple of hours. Well, that depends on the bets, so I can't tell you yet. But if you win, it'll be well worth it. Yeah, also called Last Man Standing wins. 3 to 6 fighters in the ring, dog eat dog. Eager, aren't you? Good. Just go down to the training dummies. I'll call you when we begin.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there are 4 rookies in the ring, and they all share the same dream, to become the champion of the arena. Oh, can you see them shiver, the sweat glistening on their foreheads? They are afraid, and rightfully so, because they know only one of them will leave the pit on both legs. Mesdames and messieurs, I proudly present Kata Tanner's daughter, called the Storm. Simael Roth, called the Vagabond. And Tamas Shagar, also known as the Derwish. And last but not least, the unknown warrior who is only known by his moniker, the Wanderer. Now, enough of the words. Fight! mesdames and messieurs. He earned it.
Vermin, I'm one of them.
The father will know what to do.
If we don't get the money until tomorrow, there will be consequences. So handle it.
But... fine. I'll see what I can do.
Good go. Relata Sheva. Well fought.
Ah, you. Well fought, really. Here's your share. Pardon my language, but none of your fucking business. Well, aren't you a piece of work? Still got blood and dust on your skin and already begging for the next battle. Come by in a couple of days and ask again, will you? I got things to take care of. So long. What do you want? Ah, you've come at the right time. There's a fight soon, and you're the perfect candidate. 2 versus 1. Interested? The twins. 2 nasty, hairy beasts of men with even nastier axes. Yeah, I know, the odds are against you, but what should I say? The crowd wants it, I deliver. What do you say? Oh yeah, but judging by how you fought, I think you stand a chance. Still, it'll be dangerous. So, what do you say? Bold words. All right, then go downstairs and warm up. I'll tell you when we're ready.
and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, two familiar faces will fight a rookie who you've already grown to love. The twins against the mysterious warrior only known as the Wanderer. It is a battle to the death, a battle about gold and blood. Now enough of the words. Time to give you what you've all been waiting for. Warriors, fight!
Move along.
A Sunchilder! I bet you came to watch those fools cut their guts open in the dust pit. Well, that's the only reason you snobs ever come down here. Sunchilder! I bet you came to watch those fools cut their guts open in the dust pit. Well, that's the only reason you snobs ever come down here. Hey, bloody wench thinks she's Vata incarnate. She'll get what's coming to her soon.
Relata Shara, sleeper.
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place. As well as the Truchessa did.
Bloody heroes. Just had to play the hero, didn't you?
Hard work pays off. Yeah, right. Soon.
Should have just paid his shadow tax. Well, some people never learn. Another... sleeper.
Well, there comes a point when you just have to live with it.
They just don't respect the elders anymore. Not at all.
Monsieur?
Some shifts never end.
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny. Thank you. That's really generous. May his light guide you.
Some people just don't know their path.
Burns. Huh?
Please, help. Please, help.
There must be a solution to this. Walk blessed.
Please, just leave me be.
Are you ill? Forgive me, but I don't have time for chit-chat. Can't you tell? We're seeing to the ill and the weak. Though it's a bit hard to heal without coin to afford herbs or potions. Well, I digress. Donations, mostly. Some of them come from relatives, some from nobles who want to ease their conscience a little. Though, our biggest patron is the Golden Sickle. Yes, say what you want about old Daloran, but he's a path-abiding man. Without him, this place would have gone to the rats long ago. My thoughts? What do you want me to say? They're pathless criminals. That much is for sure. Anyone unable to pay their shadow tax ends up either down here with some broken limbs or, worst case scenario, right in a corpse pit. They don't charge us apothecary much, but I doubt they're doing that out of the goodness of their hearts. The ill cannot work, and who cannot work is unable to pay the shadow tax. So, they have an interest in keeping our place running.
Relata Shara, sleeper. Oh, bloody fools. Just had to play the hero, didn't you?
What do you want? To cock at me?